Hey guys, what's up? So we're here for a gameplay video of Angel, as well as a quick rundown on the mechanics of his skills. So first is your passive skill, or in this game, it's what they call a hero trait. After Angel's 5 basic attacks, he will launch another 2 feathers that deals 30% of his basic attack damage, and that's for each feather. Next are your active skills. Okay, before we start guys, you need to know that your first, second, and third skill can undergo metamorphosis, or in other words, it can be upgraded. But we'll talk about that later on. Okay, let's move on to your first skill. Your first skill is a passive and active skill. The passive skill lets you mark your opponents with original sin through your basic attacks and feathers. Now remember your passive skill? Additional 2 feather attacks after 5 basic attacks, right? So those 2 extra feathers you get also marks the target with original sin. So anyway, once it gets to 4 marks, it can be expunged, or in other words, triggered by another basic attack, dealing an additional damage. Next is your active skill. Remember guys, we're still talking about your first skill. The active skill part lets you enhance your attack speed by 20% for 4 seconds. It can go all the way up to 50% at max level. And once your skill gets upgraded, every time original sin is triggered, it will deal a maximum of 60% true damage based on the 80% missing HP the opponent has. In short, the more missing HP your opponent has, the stronger the damage of original sin becomes. Again, original sin is when you mark your target for 4 times with either your basic attacks or skills, then trigger it with another basic attack. And we're finally done with your first skill. Next is your second skill. Other than your basic attack, this is where the bulk of your damage will come from. Angel hits his targets with his feathers 5 times. Remember that it will hit targets randomly, as long as they're within Angel's range. The strikes are weakened down to 25% when you hit a target more than once. It also marks your target with 1 original sin each. So even if you hit a single target with those 5 hits, there's only gonna be 1 mark. Once the skill is upgraded, the hits goes up to 9 hits and inflicts 2 original sin mark. Hitting opponents will also help reduce the cooldown of this skill. Next is your third skill, a very simple skill. You basically dash in a specified direction. It doesn't provide any damage and it's just for mobility. Once the skill gets upgraded, it refreshes its cooldown whenever original sin is triggered. Finally, it's your ultimate. Again, this is a passive and active skill. The passive part lets you upgrade your skills whenever your ultimate gains a level up. So you can only start upgrading your skills once you have your ultimate. And you can only do it when your ultimate gains a level. Next is the active part. Angel charges towards his target, dealing some damage, inflicting a slowdown effect, as well as generating a shield that can absorb a good amount of damage. He also gains a bit of movement speed for 2 seconds. And there we go guys, we're finally done with his skills and all of that original sin stuff. And we enjoy the rest of this Angel full gameplay. Thanks!
Victory streak! An allied hero has been defeated. An allied turret has been destroyed. Rampage! An enemy turret has been destroyed. Draw the turret's fire. I'll attack the enemy. An enemy turret has been destroyed. An ally hero has been defeated. Incredible! Amazing! been defeated. Incredible! Nice this is. Double KO. An enemy hero has been defeated.
Assemble.
Nice assist. An enemy hero has been defeated. Double KO. Victory streak. Rampage. An enemy turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
Attack. Rocket Raccoon. Let's get together and start a team fight.
An ally hero has been defeated. Shut down. Double KO. Victory streak. Rampage. Double KO. Amazing. An enemy hero has been defeated. Ace. An ally hero has been defeated. An ally hero has been defeated.
Assemble.
Incredible. Double KO. Legendary. Nice assist. Triple KO. Legendary.
Retreat.
An ally turret has been destroyed. An ally hero has been defeated. An enemy hero has been defeated. Legendary! Ace!
Assemble. Retreat.
Nice assist. Legendary!
Hope you weren't expecting a halo.
And there we go, guys. So what do you think of Angel? Would you buy him? Share your thoughts in the comment section. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.